According to early indications, the launch of the Asus ROG Ally 2 is imminent, and this would be the successor to the original, very popular ROG Ally. Now, last summer, they did come out with the Ally X, featuring a new color, a bigger 80 watt-hour battery, along with more RAM and storage. However, the processor was unchanged. It was still powered by the same Z1 Extreme APU, which is a fantastic chip and really continues to be better than even newer Intel options, but it did mean that the Ally X was only really like a half update. And now that we have a whole new generation of really phenomenal AMD chips, including the brand new Z2 Extreme, a proper update for the ROG Ally is long overdue, and that's exactly what the Ally 2 is promising to deliver. But okay, based off of the unofficial leaks and rumors, it appears the Ally 2 is going to launch with two different models, a lower end, cheaper white model and a premium black model. When it comes to this cheaper white model, more likely than not, it's going to use the new budget AMD Z2 Go processor. Now, I kind of have mixed opinions on this processor because it does have half the cores as the Z1 Extreme, and it's based off of an older architecture. And on top of that, we suspect that the RAM and the storage options will be less for this model as well. But I do suspect that for the majority of casual gamers, the Z2 Go is probably going to be good enough for most applications. And the price tag here should be way more reasonable. If we want, we can take a look at the Lenovo Go S as a potential analog because this device also uses the Z2 Go. Now let's pivot a little bit to the design, because you probably noticed that these leaks point to a radically different approach to the design on the Ally 2. You can see they're going from a more monolithic flat design to something that's more ergonomic and really controller-like. And maybe it's just me, but it reminded me a lot of the old school Nintendo 64 controllers. So hopefully this device is more ergonomical for longer sessions of handheld gaming. And this is probably a good time to mention that the display is expected to remain 7 inches in size, making the Ally one of the smaller, more portable handheld gaming options. But okay, now let's pivot to the more exciting, higher-end black model. This is expected to launch with the cutting-edge Z2 Extreme processor, bringing with it the latest Zen 5 architecture and roughly a 15% boost in overall performance compared to the previous generations. It is expected to be paired with upwards of 32 gigs of RAM and a lot of storage options, potentially 3 to 4 terabytes. Now, we don't have any direct leaks into the battery capacity, although the charging is going to be updated. As of right now, leaks point to a 100 watt fast charger for this model. So even if the actual battery capacity isn't improved, this should really have a big impact on the usability of this device. But easily one of the most intriguing things spotted here is what looks like a dedicated Xbox button on this more premium version. And this could maybe indicate that Asus and Microsoft are working together to create a more streamlined gaming-first software experience. And the logic here is that this could be a response to the rise in popularity of SteamOS-powered devices. As we know, Windows on a handheld device is a little bit clunky and overkill for most people, and SteamOS feels more like an actual gaming console, so maybe this Xbox button is an attempt to close that gap. And that's the latest news and rumors on the upcoming Ally 2. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.